just can't fucking handle this anymore. Alright, I'm gonna talk about it, but what did I just fucking watch? Yes, I'm gonna talk about everything. Alright, two people in the comments. Hello. You're already leaving? 7:17 already. Jesus, time has flown by. And speaking of time, I'm just gonna explain. It's already been 5 hours since Chelsea versus Man United ended. And guess what? I'm gonna talk about everything, not just in the game, but in general. The referee. That game, was it fun? Well, it is a mid-table clash because both teams have been shit, horrible. Um, but I'm gonna talk about it. But before I start, I'm just gonna say, make sure you like, subscribe to this channel, like the stream. Big up to everyone. The what else? Yeah, today's the 4th of April on a Thursday, and then today. Alright, spring break is already halfway passed through. I haven't done anything, nothing special. Am I getting chill? I mean, at least I can sleep more, but I still have to go through what we saw, and I'm gonna get into it. Overall, I've been doing alright. Luckily, tomorrow's Friday. At least I can finally do something. But this weekend, I'm gonna do a preview tomorrow. I mean, but whatever. But anyways, I am just fed up right now. I'm just pissed. I'm angry. Right now, we're seeing about horrible refereeing decisions in football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. And apparently, there's been a lot of dodgy decisions that I just couldn't even explain. I'm really angry. I'm really done. I'm just done. I am furious. Horrible officiating. This is why I was about to. What I saw, not just today, there was a lot of bad refereeing decisions, horrible officiating last Saturday in a lot of games. In a lot of games. And I was fuming, I was about to explode, and now today it happened again. I just need to talk about it. So these fucking referees, unfortunately, a lot of them are up there. Um, a lot of these referees are basically there's just a lot of controversy. What we saw today, fine, it was a thriller, it was fun in the shit show clown show game between Chelsea and Man United, which I don't support neither. But apparently there's a report of salary of the Premier League and La Liga referees revealed apparently. And apparently it was ranked against global counterpart. Oh, no, it's just a new report. And salary ranking, which I'm not surprised, but how much? So today, basically, Chelsea played Man United, and guess what? Guess what? Chelsea finally beat Manchester United since November 2017. There was, but the only reason why they won, unfortunately, the referee was on their side. And I'm not here to defend or even defend Manchester United. Sure, I'm not defending them. I'm not even a Manchester United or Chelsea fan, but I'm just saying as a neutral football fan. The referee it's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. I knew it was already a clown show at first. Well, of course, which we all expected. Man United were actually winning 3-2. for the last 90 minutes, and boom, it was about to be game over. And guess what? The referee, all right, once it was 90 minutes, the referee added 8 minutes of stoppage time. I know, and this is not just the game in general. It's not just the game, but in general, in the Premier League, they are adding so much stoppage time for absolutely no reason. Absolute no reason. Absolute for what? All because of these injuries. But here's the thing: you're having more stoppage time, and more players actually get injured. It's ridiculous. And now, and guess what? They were leading 3-2, and around the 95th, 96th minute, 97th minute, guess what? They fucking called a penalty. There was a possible penalty, and guess what? They checked VAR, and guess what? They gave the penalty to Chelsea, and they equalized 3-3. Cole Palmer scores. And then guess what? The referee says play on. They wasted 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes on VAR just to check the penalty, even though the penalties, I'm gonna get into it. They give the penalty, wasting time. Cole Palmer scores in the right side again, or left side, I believe this time. And guess what? The referee lets another minute or two to play on, and Chelsea scored. Sure, Manchester United made a mistake, but the referee, that's also kind of on you. That was an absolute disgrace. And this is me, you're attacking the referee. No, I'm just about criticism because you guys just can't handle the truth. Oh, I got a notification. The Warriors beat the Rockets. I don't care. I'm talking about even in basketball. Sure, they might be somewhat, even in the NBA, there might be some bad officiating, but it ain't as bad as this. And I'm going to get into it. I don't know if we qualify or not, whatever. Right behind the Lakers. And now they won again. Oh my days. How can you not take them down? Or Houston at home? Oh my days. How can you not? Whatever. They play already tomorrow. The second leg held that away. I'm just checking about the Warriors. We went out another. But these referees, yes, Chelsea won today, but you know why. And this is why, you know what? I'm done. This needs to be called out. And yes, I'm not here to defend Manchester United. Yeah, they did what mistakes, but let's be fair. The referee, I don't even know his name. Apparently, he's Australian. I didn't even watch. I didn't even watch Mark Goldbridge, but I heard he was throwing his chair and apparently he said the referee was giving Chelsea the favorite, even though Manchester United did got 3 legal goals, which was all right. So basically, what happened at the beginning today? Chelsea, they took the lead like 3 minutes. Gallagher scores, and then guess what? There was a penalty, and then that was kind of soft, or like basically I don't know if it was a dive or whatever. Basically they get that and it becomes 2-0. But Man United did slowly came back to this game. I don't even know who scored the first two goals. Or I don't even remember who scored the first two goals today. The first two goals for United, which by halftime it was 2-2, basically already a thriller. Nacho. Oh yeah, Fernandez scores. So yeah, the Premier. It was just a wild game, and then guess what? And then yes, man, Ganacho took the lead at 67th minute, and then Chelsea they just bottled it and boom, they just played badly. And guess what? At the end, they got the help they needed. There you go. It's an absolute joke. I was just taking the words, but whatever. Yeah, it's absolutely shocking today. Like the first penalty should have been given, and to be fair, I'm gonna get into it. So yeah, Chelsea, they're not that good, and the only reason why they won, the referee just saved your asses. And I'm not here to defend Manchester United. I'm trying to say about this in the right professional way, and I'm not even a professional player or hater or whatever or fan or just. But I'm just saying that. And then here's the thing: Chelsea, they even struggled. And let's remember, Chelsea also struggled against Burnley. Look, they took the 1 goal lead. They had a penalty. They sent off their manager. They sent off someone. I don't even remember the Burnley player. It was 1-0, and then Burnley equalized at early in the second half. Chelsea did. Cole Palmer scored at the 78th minute, took the lead, and then they bottled in. Burnley equalized, and they managed to hold on. They actually hit the woodwork, and then the game ended 2-2. Burnley should have won. Chelsea don't even deserve a point against Burnley, and that's true. It's just shit. The refereeing decisions. Um, yes, I mean, yeah, of course, Burnley might just go down no matter what. But even though they got a point against Wolves, but Burnley, it is what it is. But Chelsea, you guys are. I'm going to talk about you guys as well as a season. I know where you're coming from, and I'm also going to talk about Man City as well. Apparently, even though I'm not trying to have like Mark Goldrich talking points because he just hates Man City, in his opinion. I'll respect that, but it's just. I mean, some of it makes sense, but some of it just annoying. And he's trying to have both ways because let's be fair, he did support Chelsea against Man City, so it's going to have both ways. But Chelsea are just. I'm gonna. All right, but like the first penalty, that penalty at the last minute you claim, even though you had 4 more extra minutes. So basically, they had 5 minutes of stoppage time in the first half, and and they added they were supposed to add 8, so basically 13, but no, they went to 15, 16 in general. Basically, yes, in Manchester United, the, their fans should be fuming. And to be fair to all the Chelsea fans, you need to realize I don't think you guys played well. You guys got helped because without this, you lost. You were losing this game, and you guys through it. You guys were not serious. You guys were not threatening. You just needed that illegal help. Which how many times this happens? All right, Chelsea, they get a penalty. They got 3 penalties already so far this week. It's an absolute like basically Chelsea's penalty against Burnley should be given. Yeah, sure. And United they bottled against Brentford, but that's different. There wasn't Premier League decision. It was just a crap game as well. But Chelsea, it's an absolute joke. And then it's not just that. You okay? So we're gonna give the dives. How many? 2, 3 dives for Chelsea, but they didn't. But you want to know something? I'm here to call this out as well. But remember a few weeks ago at Anfield during the Manchester City versus Liverpool Manchester City rivalry, for the title basically, and Stonewall penalty. There was a Stonewall penalty from Doku who fouled McAllister, and guess what? They didn't call the penalty at the last minute. Nope, no penalty. Oh, but yet they want to give the softer penalty to Chelsea? That's okay. Yes, it is. But the Stonewall penalty, Liverpool, that's not given. And I'm no Liverpool fan, but I do like them. I do like watching them. I do kind of respect them more than I guess Chelsea, but also Man U. I mean, I do need to. I am subscribed to them just for fun. Yes, Liverpool. They did one. By the way, great win for Liverpool. They beat Sheffield United 3-1. I think it should have been more. It should have been more. But congrats because they're top of the table. But if you look at the Premier League table, um, yeah, Arsenal did their part against Luton. Liverpool reaches 70 points. Man City are 67 points. Yeah, and guess what? Apparently, according to Mark Goldbridge, of course, he's just hating on Man City, but apparently Man City's first goal against Villa was offside. Yeah, sure, they accused Aston Villa of being of actually doing this on purpose to help Man City because they put up a weak lineup, their B team, and it got smashed 4-1. They did equalize, but then Foden had a hat trick as well, apparently. But even though apparently the referee, according to Mark, I don't know. I did watch the highlights a bit, but not all of it. Saying about goals given, and then they were also saying about yellow cards that they demand, and boom, and they just do disgusting. It could be true, even though Mark just hates, Man City. But that's true. Manchester City, I will say, they're not the best, even though they're better than Chelsea, Man U. But they are getting soft decisions. I will say, and that is not unfair. That's not cool. How can you? And you know what? To be fair, Liverpool fans, they don't care what happens today with the Manchester United Chelsea game. But guess what? But some of them will be like, "Hey, he gives that penalty to Chelsea, but yet they don't want to give us ours, the Stonewall penalty." Yes, Liverpool, if they were a penalty, oh, but you're giving two penalties because the only reason why Liverpool it's because because they got a penalty because they couldn't put their chances short. They didn't put after that John Stones goal in the first half. McAllister equalized like the 48th, 50th minute on there, and just Liverpool just slowly started dominating, but they just couldn't find the winner. And yes, Liverpool fans, some of them should be asking, we deserve to be ahead. To be fair, you guys should have 72 points. I mean, well, in all these dodgy decisions, it's just making the Premier League just ugly, basically. The title race. Basically, if they do score, because they knew that they're most likely going to score. If Liverpool's penalty kill was rewarded, then and they actually score and win the game 2-1, then you're right. They probably would have 72 points. Man City been 66, so basically 4 points above Arsenal and 6 points above City by now. Right now they're they're three, and should have been six, but it's three, and that's the reality. And it's such disgraceful refereeing decisions. Oh, but they want to give Chelsea that or whatever. That's okay. It's an absolute fucking. Yeah, sure. Mark Goldbridge, he's probably going to have his referee rant tomorrow, but it is what it is. There's a new comment. Bonjour. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'm just talking about the. I don't know if you watched the game, but did you saw Chelsea versus Manchester United? It was fine. It was a bad teams versus a bad team, but the game, of course, they claim to be funny, even though it was a clown show game. But the referee was the epicenter of that, and I'm doing a rant about it. Overall, me personally, I'm kind of doing good, but it should have been a better weekend, but with midweek. But so you're saying that it's okay to do this, but not for Liverpool. It's a if they're just going to get away with this league house is there's just so much corruption. It's really not. It's not funny. And guess what? Tottenham are still in fifth. And yes, a lot of the refereeing decisions have been awful for the Premier League this year alone. You could say, look at how much. Look, this is absolutely Mark. This could be one of the worst refereeing decisions since besides that Stonewall penalty. What else was bad? The Tottenham Liverpool game. Oh yeah, that 2-1 win for Tottenham because they got it help even though there was only 5 minutes of stoppage on that own goal. But of course, where Liverpool went down 9-man, Liverpool's offside goal, onside goal ruled out for offside, and that's because they knew they were trying to prepare them. And yes, that cost Liverpool basically. Yes, you could say it's costing Liverpool some points, and you could say, and then what about Mark Goldberg will also bring out the Mateo Kovacic incident, the last Manchester City Arsenal clash back in October. Even Arsenal won 1-0. It's because City didn't went down 10 men around like 30 minutes, 25 minutes. They didn't, and it's absolutely disgusting. Basically, what else? No, I really never watched. No, no, not USA football. The Premier League, the English Premier League. Yes, sure. That game was on USA Network in the US, sure, along with Universal in Spanish. But I'm just disgusted about what I saw, to be fair. And yes, I am swearing a lot, but how many bad decisions are we going to have? What's going to happen on Saturday, Sunday, next weekend? By the way, it's the Manchester United versus Liverpool derby or rivalry again on Sunday. They're going to clash on Sunday again. And if I see any having it both ways, it's ridiculous. No. And it's not just the Premier League, to be fair. Even in La Liga, we saw some bullshit, especially in my own eyes. And even in the fucking MLS with these pro shit referees, pro shit refs, Liga MX as well as some corruption. What Serie A and Bundesliga, I don't think they even get called. Those are worldwide leagues, basically. Yeah, I know. There's some Copa Libertadores. There are and Sudamericano games are happening. I'll try to watch highlights because I don't have to be in sports because Xfinity and DirecTV just absolutely have the program out. Broke up from the program, and I don't know what's the reason. Speaking of USA Network, USA actually came to. Oh, didn't, but is it in English? So how did that channel connect in? USA Network, or is it like it's yeah, even though USA Network is owned by NBC, which has rights, which are the owners of the Premier League here in the US. But yeah, even though mostly USA Network is basically about about basically about documentaries about 911 or 911 call series, police like cop series, something like that. Chicago Fire, whatever. I don't even care. And the only reason why I have USA Network just to watch the Premier League in case if Universal and Telemundo is trying to have both ways. But if I see this again next weekend, it could this weekend within 2 or 3 days. I'm absolutely disgusted. I'm absolutely gonna. I don't know. I just want to explode. 7:41. I'm not even going anywhere, but I was just enjoying this game, even in this, and I wasn't even rooting for anyone. In a 2-2 draw, I probably wouldn't be happy. But yeah, these referee decisions, they're going to let this out, this cheating. If we're going to let this cheating happen, then are we just going to also allow, basically bank robberies? We're already allowing, money for, propaganda war machines, in general. Are we going to allow that? All the Aryan series movies dubs. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, basically, yes. That's what I'm talking about, the USA Network. Let me see what they even have. I didn't even bother watching the post Premier League show because it was just. Oh, but here's the thing. They're not going to condemn to be a robbery. But here's the thing. And yes, the Premier League, yes, they add. I prefer watching WrestleMania. My TV's loading because it's slow. The long shorts. Yeah, I think they're doing a movie about the long shorts right now in my area. Fighting my family, 9:30 p.m. Ah! But and then yes, and including the Olympics as well, which you're going to cover, and I'm going to talk about Telemundo's hypocrisy as well. But no, not in the referee rants. I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. I'm going to do a preview. It's going to happen this weekend, whatever. I'm just over this shit. I prefer watching the Premier League game. I prefer watching Valencia. I prefer watching Granada versus Valencia, which, by the way, Valencia won 1-0, by the way, 1-0 in that game against Granada away. That game had to be played today because it was postponed originally due to, the the fire that happened in Valencia, even though it wasn't in Granada. So, and then boom, Valencia gets 3 points, and then at least the referee, like everything, at least you could see is calm. And actually, sure, Valencia also were in the headlines last month, basically a month ago as well. Now a month about about the Real Madrid incident, which I'm about to get into it very soon as well. But if you have anything else to report, let me know. But a lot of these refereeing decisions are just not just shocking, but they're just disgusting. If I'm going to see this again this weekend, then what's the point? So basically, if the league is corrupted and being hijacked by these corrupt officials, what's the point watching it? I know it ruins the fucking game. It ruins the sports as well. It's ridiculous. Not the sports already getting ruined by another thing, by politics, by by politics agendas or whatever, and we're just or whatever. But I'm just tired of this. I really don't want to watch the Premier League anymore. Gee, I'm just why watch it? Then I'm just here. I just want to have entertainment. This is really my time. Then really, and I'm glad the Premier League is almost over. I just wish it can be over now because I know what else. But yet, if they call Liverpool's games, then how this is just embarrassing. And what else do we have? Yeah, I believe even what else do we have? What other controversies do we have in the Premier League as well? Before that, um, oh yeah, Wolves versus Fulham back in November as well was controversial as well. Apparently, yeah, the same time where Girona drew 1-1 and host Athletic Club de Bilbao. And by the way, guys, there's no La Liga this weekend, by the way, because it's Copa del Rey final on Saturday, 1 p.m. for me, 10 p.m. in Spain. Mallorca versus Bilbao in Sevilla, which is going to be a great match, which I can't wait to watch. I don't think I have any opinion. I think I heard of that user, or at least I don't know. But I'm just saying about these. If we're gonna keep allowing this, about these, like do whatever you want, basically, almost do whatever you want, though, and just become a dickhead. Then, like, how are these referees not getting punished, fired? But you want to know something? They want to do points deduction, and apparently, guess what? You know how Manchester City has been accused of 115 charges, which I'm aware of that, which they could get them relegated if found guilty. But here's the thing: guess what? The Premier League might have a new rule. Apparently, they might have a new rule of FFP or whatever, luxury tax, basically. NBA rules, basically, that could actually save Manchester City. And guess what? Even Chelsea was accused as well of FFP, of course, as well, too, um, of avoiding relegation if guilty no matter what. So we're going to allow this. So so they don't get relegated. And if this is the case, I want to explode, but I would just want Mark to explode. But that's absolute disgrace. Are we making those excuses? So that criminal activity is okay, but the free speech, whatever. Oh, that is really. And if this is true, you guys are destroying your own league or whoever it is in the. I'm just done. I'm really tired of this. The Premier League, even in La Liga, the referees have been garbage. Barcelona, Real Madrid, yeah, whatever. They've been accused of paying the referees, even though they also even have some decisions against them. Last weekend's goal against. Okay, I'm going to talk about what happened last weekend. I was okay. What did we saw last weekend? There was the Newcastle penalty that was given. There was also two dodgy penalties for Newcastle. And they made a comeback as well, apparently. Even though they went down 10 men, they've been added 8 minutes against West Ham, basically. And that game is almost similar, but even though they did one, Anthony Gordon got a red card and stoppage time between the 90th and the end of the game at the 98th, so 94th minute. Yeah, sure, that was a red. But the referee decision was shocking. The Newcastle penalties, I don't think one of them was. Because I think it hits it wasn't enough contact, but they give it no matter what. West Ham fans, they'll be fuming right now. They'd be fuming as they drew one time. This is an absolute embarrassment. And let's be fair, I'm gonna talk about Chelsea right now. Well, before I do that, let me get my water real quick. Let me drink some water at least. I'm over this shit. Oh, but you know what? All right, before I get into Chelsea, but we want to breach Everton and not even Forest about penalties. I mean about no, not penalties. Points deduction for breaches of FFP, or I believe so, breaches of rules basically. Oh, so you're doing this on purpose, just for the big teams. Yeah, you could also say the FA Cup is rigged, basically. Yeah, sure. They got Manchester City versus Chelsea in the coming weeks as well. That game is going to be fun. Sure, ESPN is going to have a great weekend on the 20th of April, 20th and 21st week of April weekend. Because it's, FA Cup semi-final, Man United have Coventry, and it's also a Clasico as well. Real Madrid versus Barcelona at the Bernabeu, which ESPN will get a lot of views. And yes, I'm excited for those. But if we're going to see these refereeing decisions, and yes, and let's just okay, and even La Liga basically. Like I said, yes, and then earlier this year, okay, no, last month, Real Madrid. This happened away at Valencia, which I respect Valencia and I actually like them. I don't know if I'm becoming a fan or not, but I do like Valencia, even a football club. I know, yes, I know it's controversial after what happened last year, but what we saw the refereeing was absolutely shocking. Basically, Real Madrid were about to win the game. They scored at the last second, but guess what? The referee blew his whistle while the ball was playing in, even though the goal was legal, actually. It should be legal. And guess what? They blew the whistle, and no, they just sent Jude Bellingham off, suspending him, and he just got back against Bilbao last Sunday, basically, which ended 2-0. Two goals of Rodrigo, of course. And of course, Real Madrid made a comeback because they were two goals down from. They were two goals down. They were two goals down, basically. And yes, a lot of these things just don't even work. We did look at their lifestyle. Okay, now it's just reading about the. I want to be distracted, but how can you blow the whistle if the ball is still being played? Oh, because it was one more corner basically for Real Madrid. So they went to the 99th minute, but they blow ahead and go ahead blew the whistle. The only reason, yeah, sure, was 7 minutes of stoppage time, which was way too much as well. But even though Valencia was denied a penalty, which was kind of controversial as well, of course, well, should Valencia have been given penalty? Well, it wasn't enough. Even though they accused Vinicius Jr. of being offside, basically, even though he was onside by a bit, it looks like. So they checked the goal, but still, they blew the whistle no matter what. And that was because I haven't seen like any like this in a while. But they don't want to blow the whistle for another types. At Valencia, it was just embarrassing. And that cost Real Madrid 2 points. Even though luckily Bilbao just did the level points as well. Did the job level points as they drew 0-0 Barcelona that weekend the following day. On Miami smashed Orlando. While that game ended 5-0. I mean, while that game in Valencia ended, that was just fucking disgraceful. That really is. It's absolute. Like, who in the hell could I even do this? I don't get it. Because this happens too. And by the way, even in San Jose, even right here in fucking San Jose, in the Major League Soccer last week, we got an unsuspected red card that was actually kind of soft. That wasn't even enough. And guess what? We were leading 1-0. We always score early. And then guess what? Houston made a comeback. And that was kind of disgusting. It was disgraceful. Trying to have both ways. It's an absolute fuck. Like, it's just as like disgraceful or just as disgust. Like you basically go in place, have you have a good area, and then guess what? 50 miles you go, it all fucking turns into shit. Just can't even pronounce right. It doesn't make any sense. Because tell me how doesn't that place concede exactly? How? Oh my day. But we go ahead and VAR is just if they're not going to use VAR, what's the fucking point? If we're just going to and then the Premier League, these referees ain't going to be investigated. Then what's the point watching this corrupt league? And the only reason why this should stop if everyone boycotts and just stop watching the league and just stop purchasing whatever home rights. And I know everyone just wants to see a great Premier League match. Everything was going good. I'm not here to defend Manchester United. Whoever made that mistake, I forgot who, but I just think the referee Absolute joke. Yeah, I would never like to live up there in the north. Even though California, even right here up in the, even though up here is still bad, the Bay Area still sucks. So those at least would. And if we're gonna keep allowing this, it's fucking disgrace. Yeah, and to be fair, say whatever you want about England, but I don't think they're gonna win the Euros. Okay, all right. They could finally talk about this, but yeah, let's talk about Chelsea basically. I'm not a hater of Chelsea, but I don't even like their squad basically a lot. They have cool quality players, but right now they're just not being used in the right way. But it is Chelsea, in my opinion. Sure, they got the soft, penalty decision, that makes it 2-0. I think they collapse. I think they collapse. Man United, sure, they maybe sure they're not as good because they should have run them ragged. And they probably should have completed this game. Whoever they had a chance. I don't know if it was Bruno or the. I don't know. They were looking for another goal basically to make it 4-2 or even just end it 5-2. That game would have ended. That game would have ended and get buried. But Man U are just not that good. But Chelsea, like, I don't know how the fuck they're not in a relegation battle if they're playing like this. And yet Chelsea somehow, they want to show up against Man City, but they just collapse and embarrass themselves in other games. They go ahead and, take away Arsenal's 3 points. Well, they took away at least two of them at home. Well, even though Arsenal made a comeback and managed to capitalize Robert Sanchez, but Chelsea, they've been shit, and the only reason why they claim to be doing so much better, I'm going to tell you something. Chelsea, they haven't improved much from last year. Not really. Yeah, sure, Cole Palmer, he's been brilliant, but let's be fair. He scored 16 goals, but let's be fair. Half of those 16 goals, 8 goals basically, yes, were penalty kicks. Half of them were penalty kicks, and guess what? Cole Palmer has never missed a penalty, apparently. And guess what? Chelsea, I'm not here to defend Man United, but Chelsea are shit. They they got they received a lot of penalties this year. Probably the most in the Premier League. Probably the most in the Premier League. It's not, yeah. Because much of this, how much penalty have they give you? They've been given a lot this year. How much, like Chelsea, they've been given so much penalties. And apparently, I heard people on Twitter they're fuming, aka fucking X. Say whatever you want about X. Yeah, sure, Elon Musk. Yeah, they need much better game. But I'm talking about this. I do agree because it ain't just random. Because if this happened to you guys, this happened to these dickheads in front of them who want to. You guys should be fuming, you probably would do the same thing. Oh, all right. Apparently, one thing they said useless referee. The Premier League has lost. Oh, I'm reading this tweet from Anger Berg. I just can't pronounce his name. Sorry. Useless refereeing. Referee. The Premier League has lost capability. Very undeserved penalty at stoppage time. A soft one. These referees should learn from the African Cups of Nations. The Premier League's hub of robbery. In the Premier League history, oh no. A little after winning the Premier League like in Manchester, we were winning 3-2. We could see it at a penalty. Cole Palmer scored and then he scored again. I was in the bad mood. We were like winning this. I'm talking about what a game. This game could have ended 7-7. Of course, it was poor defense. Yeah, it could have ended 7-7. But let's be fair. Of course, penalty match scores against this team. The fuck. And then guess what? But if the Stonewall penalty is not given, I see why Liverpool fans will have an argument. I see why. And I'm just, and it's just, and it should be shameful. How many penalties? On average, penalties scored every 4 games. But look at Chelsea. Chelsea, they've been given, regardless how shit they are, they've been given so many penalties this year, this season, basically. Ever since Burnley, ever since that match against Burnley. No, I'm not talking about last week, but the second leg, or not second. I mean, and when they meet each other away at Burnley, which Chelsea won 4-1. Actually, no. Chelsea, they've been given the first penalty against West Ham, even though Cole Palmer was still at Manchester City. Enzo Fernandez missed the penalty basically because the keeper West Ham saved it, and then they did collapse, and Caicedo whatever did his debut, and could see the penalty, and guess what? It helped West Ham win basically 3-1, even down 10 men because they were embarrassing. And then guess what? Chelsea been getting a lot of penalties. They could see they scored against Burnley. I don't know about the Carabao Cup or FA Cup. I don't know if they had, but I'm talking about in the Premier League. I don't think it matters. The FA Cup, the referees, I don't think they are that crazy or whatever. But how much? No, not Messi. They are so shit. Like Chelsea, like they don't really want to play. They really don't. They just you could tell the attitude, and that's why the only reason why. And I'm going to talk about this. They ever since Burnley, basically once it was about to be the international break, they got a penalty. And yes, Cole Palmer scored his first goal, and guess what? Another one was given against Arsenal. Even though they did bottle the game, of course. The 21st of October, and guess what? And then against Brentford, they just didn't care. They collapsed. And then guess what? Chelsea were given another penalty against Tottenham, even though the Chelsea Tottenham game back in November at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which Chelsea won 4-1 because Tottenham went down 9-9 because they did the most ridiculous. Even though Tottenham not only collapsed, but but I just think that not only Tottenham collapsed, basically I just think yeah they get but there was a lot of stupid. The referee was garbage. VAR was the biggest disgrace from going all over, basically just all over the handball, basically balls flying over the hands, offside being, and like they just don't fucking know. They have no idea. Just like basically like you have a clueless like pilot that ain't gonna save you. Unfortunately, the airplane's gonna crash, and everyone is likely gonna die and perish, and never be seen again. in a painful way. Basically, it just dies and basically does nothing. And pressing stupid buttons, and they play and not saving anyone's life. Yeah, it's like that. And let's be fair, and that's why Chelsea, you could say they've been getting a lot of I mean, soft refereeing decisions. And then it's not just against Tottenham. And once they don't help, like, sure, and then that 4-4 thriller back in November against Manchester City a week after that. But let's be fair, Mark Goldrich did accuse Man City of, buying the referees. Yeah, that one wasn't a penalty for City, even though Chelsea played well because they claimed to be well, and they probably should have won that game, but they did have last minute penalties helped to make it 4-4 basically. 4-4. Um, and took away City's 2 points, and Chelsea got a point. So Chelsea, a lot of their points are actually by penalties. And guess what? I can remember. They also got a penalty against Brighton as well. That one is given back in December at home. Well, after collapsing against Newcastle's 4-1 defeat, and then they did play Man United in the last away at Old Trafford, which they lost 2-1. And guess what? And they conceded a penalty, but Bruno Fernandes missed it. Robert Sanchez actually saved one. No, he isn't as good as Petrovic. And boom, that game ended 2-1 in the last meeting back in December 6th. And then they collapsed against Everton. Yeah, sure, they actually did well against Sheffield United, barely. Whatever, Cole Palmer scored outright, but. And then guess what? Same thing. Crystal Palace, London Derby, and Fulham, basically as well. Basically, Chelsea and Crystal Palace were drawing 1-1 and back when I was in Arizona. I don't think that game was on Peacock. While Man City were playing Everton in Liverpool, basically at Everton, basically, they were playing right, and apparently, guess what? It was 1-1 for most of the matches until the 87th minute, 85th minute. VAR give Chelsea a penalty, and boom, Madueke, he scored that, he made it 2-1, and boom, they won. They needed help. They needed a penalty. If they didn't, they probably wouldn't have won these games. And there's even a few more games. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry if I had to pause, but I did saw you were doing a live, but I missed it because I also missed Zach stream because I was just fuming. I just couldn't stop thinking. I just also had to eat something as well, anyways. Yeah, we're going to have some ice cream. It's already 8:30, 8:11, basically. But the referee, and I can't believe it's not fucking 6 hours. But Chelsea, say whatever you want about Man United, but Chelsea, they've been getting help by penalties because a lot of, yeah, sure, Chelsea, they are £1 billion bottlers. Look at the performance against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. They even show against Brentford and look at Burnley. Yes, they are bottlers. And basically, Chelsea were about to lose their first Premier League game since losing to Wolves 4-2. And that was the last time they conceded a penalty. Wolves had a penalty given. That was a great refereeing decision. 4-2. So the last time Chelsea played to play well, I think their last good performance, I would say, was against Man City. Sure, they made a comeback against Crystal Palace away in February. But back in December, yeah, they needed help. Because without the help, they wouldn't have won this game. Because Chelsea knew they were not going to score again. Because Palace equalized. And yes, they were not going to do anything about it. And if I see this again against Sheffield United, you guys are really paying the referees. Because you guys have a lot of money. This ain't me hating on Chelsea, but I am clowning them because it's just kind of some of it is true. Um, all right, two more comments. I heard about a thing about Brazilian television. Television. Oh, that's cool. I have no opinion. You can ask me, but I'm just saying. But did you hear about this referee? I'm gonna get some ice cream. I can't wait. And here's the thing. And here's the thing, Chelsea fans. You're so lucky because I mean, well, I wouldn't say you're so lucky, but it's because the referees just you got help. You were saved. Because how many times have you gotten penalties for the last like few minutes, last minute or last couple minutes of the game? Because you know you're not going to score. Because how much penalties have Chelsea gotten? They only conceded like three this year. Only no, four actually. They only conceded four penalties this year. Or actually, no. They conceded actually five. They conceded away at Anfield, Liverpool. Even though Darwin Nunez, just misses everything, misses the target because he hit the post four times. He probably should have at least scored one or two, and did the exact same thing like Gisolo basically missed the penalty. But they probably would have gotten that game done already if. But that's different. Even though congrats to Liverpool on winning, that game should have ended 7 or 8 now because you have the quality. I guess Sheffield United just played well. And right at the eighth minute, they should have run the bracket. Anyways, was supposed to be was approved by the. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's the availability. But yeah, I believe in Brazil, this game was on Star Plus. Yeah, sure, Casemiro, he was shocking today. But I'm saying about Chelsea refereeing decisions. And then what else? Who else did he got it? Well, where else did they got the penalty? Besides before Burnley, what was the last time? Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, against Fulham in January. Even though sure Fulham were not their best, but Chelsea were garbage as well, and they just had Cole Palmer score, and boom, they did. And what about in February? January was at Anfield. February, at home against Wolves, Man City, awful against Liverpool, awful against Brentford as well. And they also got help from the. Yeah, sure. The FA Cup, you could say every single big team got help just to make it to the semifinals or quarterfinals. Yeah, sure, because they're always at home. Yes, that's true. What else? Because we all know League Chelsea sucks. Cup Chelsea, whatever. But what else? But yeah, they conceded five penalties away at West Ham, away at home against Manchester City, away at Man United, away at Liverpool. The last being Man United, away at Old Trafford, away at Anfield, home at the Bridge, and then the last time was against Wolves. So they conceded five penalties. So how many penalties? So three this week, four this year so far, because how much penalties? Not against Newcastle, no, because it was just a fun thriller. Against Burnley, you got help. So how much? So should I start from the beginning? Today, two, three against Burnley. I'm talking about the total in general, not you know all of it basically. Four, three. They were awful against Middlesbrough, of course. Oh yeah, 4 against Fulham, 5 against Palace, 5 against Palace. 6 against Brighton. I'm trying to count every single one of them. 7 against Tottenham, 8 against City. I forgot to count that. Can't miss. 9 against Arsenal, 10 against Burnley. They even conceded in the Carabao Cup, but that's against the AFC Women, but that was back in late August. And who cares anyway? Talk about in the Premier League. 11. So yeah, they got 11 penalties so far this year. So far this year, they had 11 penalties. Sure, they conceded 5, but they conceded but 11, and 3 of them this week alone. And if we keep seeing that against, if we keep seeing that, then Chelsea knows because without those penalties, even though sure they missed and they only missed one by the way, that was against West Ham. Because without the penalties, they wouldn't have one against Palace or Brighton or Fulham, 2-2 for 1-1 and 0-0. Or today basically, or even today, or even against Burnley, they and yes, without those penalties, they'll probably be in 16th, and I don't even have time to read all this, but it's just shit. And if we keep seeing this, then what's the point paying these subscriptions? Even in La Liga isn't like this. Penalty, 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 penalty. Like it's ridiculous. Are we gonna keep doing this? Yeah, sure. Man City's been given free offside goals. Yeah, yeah, and it's as well. Like if we're not going to have a proper game, who should play in the Premier League? If they're going to have points deduction, then why not just boycott this league already? Yeah, sure. Inter Miami as well here in the MLS since Messi's here. Since Miami are struggling without Messi, since he's out for now. Sure, you could say they're getting helped by the referees as well. You can say basically chopping off goals, opponents' goals, adding 9 minutes of stoppage time in the second half, which is all too much to find something they're not. It's just wasting time. It's ridiculous. It's sad to see. And I doubt. And to be fair, the Real Madrid robbery against Almeria, which is a robbery, I'm not going to deny that. Which Real Madrid just made that. They shouldn't have done that. But even though they only got one penalty, yeah, Barcelona. Sure, they got Girona. No, Barcelona. Um, how much they did receive a penalty against Mallorca. They did needed help against Celta de Vigo and Las Palmas, which was kind of ridiculous from them to be fair, because they knew they too were struggling as well. They were not as good. Yeah, sure. There's that as well. And sure, in Liga MX, whatever about this corruption. These pro wrestling nonetheless, just absolute. It ain't gonna solve the issues. Like, if we're not gonna, then what's the point? We're just gonna kill the game. I'm so over this. Every single week, almost every single week. This is why I do prefer international football, unless if it's the Nations League, basically, which was unfortunately. I'm just ready for the end of the season. I just want the Premier League over, and there's still 8 more match days to go. 8 more match days to go for the Premier League. In La Liga, 9 more since it's Copa del Rey final. Just, I I'm doing the preview tomorrow. Yeah, there's 9 comments. Okay. I'm pretty sure that news. mm, I'm sure that you can watch the World Cup in 2026 early, if I can tell. Like how, even though down in Brazil, who has the rights to the World Cup in 2026? But yeah, we'll see what they do. We'll see what the Nacional will do. In their openers against Colombia, I believe it's Costa Rica as well as in that group now. Paraguay. Uh, yeah, we'll see what they'll do in the friendlies against the USA, Mexico. But yeah, where do you watch it? Angola? Okay. No opinion. But these referees, I don't even know in the Brazilian or Argentine or in the leagues or in the Copa Libertadores. Yeah, you could say the Asian Cup and the Nations League, the referees as well have been a little bit cricketed. Yeah, favoring the USA and Qatar just to win that trophy. Even though tournament, at least it ain't much controversy. The African Cup of Nations or AFCON, that is some proper refereeing decision. So they actually get it right most of the time. And I don't even watch. Well, I just don't have BN Sports because Xfinity just doesn't want to connect BN Sports, even though just have to. They want to stick ESPN, Fox, to the end and support the football league. Apparently, let me grab the ice cream, but still, it's an absolute joke. Who in the world will allow this? I just can't wait for Mark Goldrich's rant, even though he's doing it at 10 a.m., which is apparently 2 in the morning, which I won't be up, but I'll be watching the replay. But anyways, let me talk about tomorrow's games. Los Cholos of Tijuana play tomorrow. Who else plays? Not Mazatlan, right? There's like 3 games. The Bundesliga. Frankfurt plays Warren Bremen. Eintracht takes on Overida in the La Liga Segunda División, La Liga 2 basically. And the championship, Rotterdam United versus Palmer. But yeah, if we're going to keep costing. Oh. Oh, it's Mazatlan against Pumas. Okay. And then yes, what else is also like the Premier League's just absolute getting out of control. Just blow the whistle. We're just gonna just do it. And I bet for those who are fighting the 10th and 11th spot, especially Wolves and Bournemouth fans, they'll be fuming by now. But yet they do favor United against Liverpool, and they'll be okay with that. Fucking joke. Trying to stop Liverpool from winning the league is ridiculous. Opinion on FIFA and NFL. Well, yes, I am a FIFA fan. Well, NFL, of course, yeah. Say what you want about the referees. Well, even I don't even have enough time to watch every single game. But of course, Super Bowls, yeah, you can say whatever you want about the controversy. If you're talking about the video games, well, I haven't played FIFA, NFL, FIFA. I might just do it in a bit. I might just do it after the stream, maybe. I might just do it. Just play it just around because I'm just over this. Yeah, FIFA's are okay. FIFA, yeah, it's enjoyable, but I'm just talking about these referees. And and let's be fair, if they don't, and to be good spot, because guess what? If they don't call that in the video game, then it should be called in real life. If this is proper shady, so why not just? So what? We're just gonna give soft penalties, whatever. Yeah, these people are just not convincing. Liverpool. When was the last time they've been given a penalty? It was after that Chelsea Darwin miss. Not a lot. Yeah, sure. Against Newcastle, they were given. Against Bournemouth, most and New Year's Day. But yeah, it's just absolutely shit. Oh, refereeing decision. But yet, if they do try to, score two penalties, Arsenal should score three in case, or maybe four against Chelsea, in case they'll have two penalties or one goal out. Right. But I'm just tired of these refereeing decisions. This is why would you want to watch this corrupt league? Like, and if this ain't, then what's the point of buying Peacock or whatever Premier League rights you are in the country, whatever streaming service or TV network? Basically, just to watch the game. What's the point? They're going to have these evil decisions. And guess what? And by Chelsea, yes, thanks to the referee, because if it wasn't for that, they probably lose this game. And guess what? This Chelsea, they probably have the highlights against Man United, so we won. They'll probably get a million views, because if you didn't do that, you probably wouldn't have got a million views. You guys would have been embarrassed, man. And to be fair, yeah, Chelsea are just garbage. But it's just an absolute disgrace. And that own goal, as well, that own goal from last year. Oh, yeah, the Tottenham Liverpool game as well, absolute crap. And yes, and it's time. Call this out. And I'm hoping the UCL isn't like this, because at least UEFA, the UCL, at least there's some proper managed referees. Okay, maybe not every single one of them, but it is slightly better quality than the Premier League. Premier League is absolute shit. I just can't wait for the Rant. And yes, the adding so much stoppage time and early doing this just to find a penalty, this is help. This is not football, of course. The only difference I like to do it the pathetic way is just doing it ridiculous isn't as as even as bad as just the Premier League, shit. Referees. That's just absolute garbage. And because of also for this, if thanks to these soft decisions, that's why we're having a Premier League like this. And you could say if there were proper Premier League referee of consistency, since they don't want to be consistent, what would the Premier League table look like? It would look different. Man City, Chelsea, who are getting a loss off decisions. I don't know whoever else. They go down. they go down. They probably would have gone down. They probably it's been a different story because it's true, and if the Premier League ain't gonna fix this, and of course the government, if you know the country, of course ain't gonna do nothing about it. The king ain't gonna do nothing because they're not. We just want to see great football. Like, what's the point of the Premier League then? I prefer watching the championships. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Southampton against Ipswich, you could say was robbed because red card and they added minutes and they scored. Yes, I understand the outrage from Southampton fans is they're trying to fight. Just come back to the Premier League basically. Leicester bottled it, of course. Whatever. But yeah, you're right. That decisions. I believe so. The decisions. Yes, it probably wouldn't happen like this. But even in the championship, at least there's no VAR. At least they don't fucking call because they knew. Yeah. Yeah, it's a dead topic. I wouldn't mind. Vinny Cross. Oh, I remember. Yeah, you'll be back in a few minutes, but I think stream. But yeah, I'm not trying to sour. Well, I don't know what happened to him. I just have no opinion. Vinny, I don't know what happened to him either, but I don't know if he's still on YouTube or not. But whatever. But that's his. But I'm saying about these crap referees. But if we're gonna keep doing this clown show, it's time to boycott it. The people would have to rise up. They will have to be spoken because if not, then you're going to have all this, and boom, this league is just going to become corrupted, and eventually maybe Farmers League. At least in the Bundesliga, at least Bayern Leverkusen are having fun, and they're actually at least having some playing the greatest football we ever seen. They're still unbeaten. It's 38 games and they're unbeaten, almost 40. They're about to win the Bundesliga. They're only 3 games away. They just need to win away at Dortmund after those next wins. And boom, they're German champions. I can't wait. Yeah, sure, the Hurricane effect is cursed. And it's real. Hurricane is cursed. And I don't think they will win the Euros, even though Mark believes they are. Even though I still have France making it, unless they bottle it like they did against Switzerland. But yeah, guys, it's just absolute shit. Absolute waste and a disgrace. What's the point? I'd rather get a coffee. But even though I'm not getting it because I'm too busy, but I just, I just really want to calm down. But you know what? Just to let you know, guys, first I'm just going to grab my ice cream and I'll let you know. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Bye bye. But I also I might just bring it out. I'm still being off on topic, but I'm just going to have an announcement. But no, I'm having cookies and creams. But the announcement is I'm bringing back I'm bringing back no. I'm bringing back the data. I'm bringing back the racing bar videos. I'm bringing it back. And the only reason why I'm bringing it back, I'm gonna do the Premier League title race by points. That's correct. And I'm also gonna do La Liga. The only reason why it's postponed for a year because I didn't have a computer. That's why my computer broke again, and I had to buy this one, which I got it now as of January. So the editing is back, and I had to do Google Sheet, so I have to do it on the Flourish data, which it actually crashes, which is harder. But I can finally make those videos again for the first time since the last, COVID video. But now, since I'm used to the Premier League, even though how shit they are with the referees, you're going to see, how the Premier League title race unfolds from August to May. These refereeing decisions, yeah, that too. Yeah. And you're going to see everything. Yeah, of course. I'm already working on, the ones that are doing. Yeah, the ones that are doing some. But yeah. Um, just can't wait for the Premier League title race ends. And I just can't wait to I can't wait to release it out on May 20th. I'm releasing out probably a day after it ends. And I'm going to do La Liga as well. Yep, basically, a 3-horse race right now. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City to the 10 points deduction Everton, where everyone stands. Chelsea as well, with their penalty helps. The officiating, you're going to see it. In La Liga, of course, how Real Madrid, as they're about to win La Liga, and what a story from Girona, which was a reality but came to an end as they threw in. Yeah, we're going to do that because absolutely, yeah, it's so shameful. These referees, bro, a lot of them, but if they're not going to do their job right, what's the point? Just like how corrupt the school education system is right now. I'm just over this. I have no opinion. I don't think I ever. He's alright. Yeah, she's kind of cool, even though I don't watch her songs, basically, her videos. I have no opinion, but I'm probably isn't even the time, but I'm just over it. And you know what? I don't even care. I'm just gonna eat this whole ice cream. You know already, percent. But I'm just over this. Can't wait for tomorrow. I can't. I hope there's some hope. I hope I can finally eat in peace. Nika, I don't think I have an opinion. Or at least I don't think I have time to watch it, but I'm just over this. But yeah, but yeah, it's because the refereeing decisions, of course, reflects, the help basically they will have basically. And it's such a shame that now, guess what? Telemundo's making 50,000 and 70,000 today. Yeah, whatever, because Sudan is still winning this midweek no matter what. Yeah, Man City, Aston Villa. Whatever. And you accusing of wasting licenses? Do you even deserve that platform? And here's the thing, it's just like how Logan Paul basically scams, a bunch of people and they have a platform, unlike the WrestleMania or wrestlers that have been heated. It's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. Okay. Oh, okay. But even that TM, I don't even have a clue. But I'm just over this shit. And yes, I'm going to talk about Telemundo tomorrow. As you know, wasting licenses over this. ESPN deserves a lot of credit to that. And yeah, I'll say why. Yeah, this weekend is going to be tough because of. But yeah, being sports, they probably should have a Spanish channel for the U.S. course, or at least they'll have Spanish content. But yeah, I feel bad for being sports. They are growing. They deserve more. You deserve more. They deserve more. Even the French league, like, I'm still gonna watch. TN Sports deserves more. I've- And of course, NBC. Oh, we have the Olympics. Who cares? Copa America and the Euros are doing more. The Olympics are just whatever. But I don't know how this is allowed, but something not as bad gets called out. I just can't wait to move out of here as well. CTV News, yeah. ABC News, yeah, they're just propaganda news. CTV, I think so. No, whatever, but yeah, to be fair, maybe even though I don't care about Markiplier, but maybe I'd rather watch him over these stupid, disgusting, dodgy decisions. I'm just probably should have done now, but I'm over the. I don't know if I say welcome back. I can't wait to live in my own world. I would love to go to San Jose this weekend, but not happening. But no matter how shit LA is, and at least it fits my lifestyle a little bit. Just I'm talking about the Hispanic areas, just like Miami. Flea market San Jose is one cool thing. Why'd I have that than the already school, like whatever. But I just want to see a great game. And to be fair, Chelsea as well, they even brought up not good subs, not too good subs, or at least not impressive. So the game was over, but the referee, if they did this on purpose, but it's because they will tell you, getting help. But how's Real Madrid or anyone else, PSG, getting mocked more? I mean, Bayern, yeah, it makes sense. It's just a Harry Kane fact, but Barcelona, paying the referees, but yours, no. Hey, you got a full fan base, but you have to be condoned. Try and have both ways. Can't wait for the summer. I can't wait. It's June. I can't wait to be next month. We're getting closer to this nightmare. I just moved. Uh, fuck the annoying orange. Yeah, I doubt even that show even exists or even makes more irrelevant than these fucking referees. No, the CONCACAF referee, some of them are cricketed, but it's just not as bad as the Premier League. We're ruining the best league in the world, and what's the point of FIFA? Opinion on swearing, like right now, it's freedom of speech, and you know what? Yes, and these dodgy decisions in general, they deserved it. They deserve the middle finger. They absolutely don't deserve any respect. And then and that just and that's just what's ruining football. This is what ruining the sport. And yes, they do. Even in like Congo, I don't know about the refereeing decisions down there in South America, but I doubt it should be better than what's happening in the Premier League. CDI as well isn't like this. Sure, you can accuse Juve being around with the referee sometimes, but that's about it basically. Yeah, sure. There's like is, sure CDI has unfortunately racist problems. Unfortunately, you could say, or Q. Same in Spain, of course, you could say in the league sometimes, but the refereeing decisions are just not as bad. Yeah, I did hear McKinney was abused from the Lazio fans already. That's horrible. Yeah, Lazio is very sad. Oh yeah, there was a last minute equalize. Cola versus who? The Chilean Cola against Puerto Princeton. Portino. Wow. That's actually cool. A last minute goal. That was fun. La Copa Libertadores is fun. This has to be. And the Sudamericano. Sure, there's some scuffle. If this game ended rightly, I've been enjoying the Premier League. Yeah, but not Mexico, right? Yeah, Russia, but not in Mexico, right? Or Colombia or Uruguay, which is nearby as well. I know it's overrated talking point. Yeah, you're going to ground me. No, not. That is so cringe. That's all I could say. But I do like watching the Libertadores. I do. I'll be watching every single one video. The highlights, basically, since, But I'm just over this. I can't wait. Probably likely having Panda Express or who knows. Yep, Telemundo is going to have both ways, which I'm going to have talk about tomorrow. Oh, okay, by the way. That sounds nice. I don't know if they're going to do that in the rest of Latin America, but they definitely won't air this in Ukraine because you know why. But yeah, they should just leave the games alone in peace. And yes, and if we're going to keep, like I said, we're going to see this next weekend. The league is over. Stonewall penalty in FIFA. Yep, exactly. Stonewall penalty not given. Oh, I heard there was a Stonewall penalty denied to Rangers against one of the Scottish teams. Oh wow, that's bullshit. But yeah, something must be changed. I just leave the Premier League alone. The beautiful game. I'm so I'm just tired of this shit. Every single new week, basically, there's a new refereeing bullshit. I'm glad next week I can't wait to relax. Just haven't have enough time to relax. Monday, oh, it was a great day. It was the best day. Tuesday, nah. Wednesday was alright, but then now today, just if this should have gone the right way. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go. It's 9 o'clock. I'll see you guys tomorrow once I'll do the preview because you know why. But anyways, goodbye.